Okay. So let us begin with our prayers. So let us chant together. श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र माय सुदर्शन की जय, श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Okay, welcome all the devotees. Okay, so let us begin today's class. So let me share my screen. Somebody can read this shloka and the translation for me, please. It's chapter 4, 41st shloka. Yeah, able to see my screen? Somebody can chant the shloka.
Hare Krishna, Shale Prabhuji.
Yes, yes, Mataji.
Yoga Sanyasta Karmanam Jnana Sanchinna Samshayam Atmavantam Na Karmani Nibaknanti Dhananjaya. Translation में divine के Srila Prabhupada की जय. One who acts in devotional service, renouncing the fruits of his action, and whose doubts have been destroyed by transcendental knowledge, is situated factually in the self. Thus, he is not bound by the reaction of work, O conqueror of riches. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay, so let me. um, okay. All right. So today I have this beautiful shloka. So it talks about devotional life, devotional service to Lord Krishna. Then it mentions about how we have to give up renunciation of the fruits. But again and again we keep forgetting basic things. So let us go through. So I'll discuss certain things about behind the shloka, and then we'll move forward with the shloka and how it goes. So there are certain topics which we have heard about it, we have read about it, but still it's better we always hear. So that is the whole purpose of conducting these classes and hearing the classes. So basically, the basic. Let me unmute. I mean, mute people. This just a second. Okay. So so here the shloka talks about actions or the karma. So we all understand that karma is basically there are three types: thoughts, which is subtle, which we can't see, but it's to ourselves. So then there's words, what we speak. There's karma by words also. There's karma by thoughts also, and in gross level, the karma is actions, what we see. So that we understand. So thought level is something which is internal and which you cannot see. It is very subtle. It is to yourself, and when it turns into further level, the next level is words. So that is something which is which we can hear and we can understand, and it disturbs or it there is some changes. You hear positive or negative, so based on that there's a reaction. So we all understand them, and obviously actions we understand the physical, the gross level. So this is the action part of it, karma. So if somebody has to ask, then karma means this. But this is not only that doesn't stop here. But these things are actually governed, and there's law. Whatever it happens, whatever the thoughts or words and actions we are making, it is above this there is law which is maintained. And I'm not talking about the state law or country law, but there's something higher in nature, which eventually these actions turn into reaction. So we have understand this basic understanding of karma. Now for example, and but the concept of karma is so complicated that we cannot totally understand, or somebody can explain. So it's very intricate, and um, I mean the details, it's very very difficult to understand. So for example, even if we have to take English word run. So the run word itself has around English word 540 meanings. Okay. So one can for example, one can say, I'm running for my life. Okay, that has a meaning. Or I'm running away. I'm running away to another country. Now how can a person run away from Asia to US? There's a ocean in between, so it doesn't really make sense. Or I'm running away because uh, the president is running for his elections. So like this, if you see, there are different meanings for the same word. Yeah. So I'm running after a bus. So like this, for every words or actions, there are different meanings what we take in our life. But end of the day, any result, we have to understand that there is a cause. Many people in the world today do not believe in the law of karma. And I mean, many major religions, they don't even have the concept of karma. For them, it's like one life, and you enjoy or you perish. That's how they believe. So that's the concept they have. But actually, in reality, actions lead to the result, and this is the basic understanding everybody has. And we see around certain clips or people talking about, even though they do not belong to any particular religion, anything as such. But there's this concept of understanding, a basic concept. Um, but that is how it is going on. Um, so our way of life actually becomes complex when we don't understand things properly. When we want to understand Bhagavad Gita, um, so that is how our education system is. Our education system is very kind of weird, the modern education system. So they make the simple things complicated, and they are trying to establish complex things in a simple manner, but it's not happening. That's how our education system is. Just like I was just reading one of the quote yesterday, how stupid humans have become. Now they spend billions and millions of dollars in researching life on another planet, and at the same time they are spending millions and billions of dollars just to bomb each other. How stupid it is. So that's how humans are. So that's not the whole understanding of Bhagavad Gita. So because they'll quote about Mahabharata when we try to tell them, no, war should be ended, that this. So they, when we get into conversation, but that's not the whole purpose, because we, when we tell about karma, reactions, all those things, and we quote Mahabharata, so they tell, no, the war is happening and it is correct, all those things coming. So a lot of things coming, but the understanding will is different. We'll go through in this shloka. So so the basic understanding we have. Now, so we also understand the different reactions. Certain actions do not have immediate reactions, but certain actions have immediate reactions. For example, fire. If I touch the fire, immediately it is burning. So I understand. So I perform some action, and there is immediate reaction. But at the same time, if there's another way of the same fire, like sun. Now we are getting into summer, so we understand that the reaction is a little slow there. Not that as soon as you go in the hot sun, you have that reaction, but slowly it will take. Every day you go in the sun, then there's a sunburn, there's a skin rupturing, the sunburn happening. You go to the doctor, or somebody, slowly getting more exposed to the sun, UV rays, they get skin cancer. So like this, not every actions have the same reactions. It is there, but what is that? So between the action and the reaction, the time is involved. So the intensity of the action and the time is involved. That is what is required. For example, somebody has a very poor digestive system. Like I have very poor digestive system. So for me, anything, what happens is unusual items. So my body reacts very soon. But I've seen people, their immune system is so good. Their mouths are just like conveyor belt in the airport. It keep eating, but nothing happens to them. So that is how, because of another factor we have to understand, that past action, and it is called as daiva. So karma means not only the action and it leads to reaction, but there is time and there is also the daiva, the purva karma, the past actions also. So we need to understand that as well. So we have seen certain kids, the children we see around, very good at certain talents. So because of this purva karma, everybody carries certain talent. Not only talent, I'll speak about that. So we have seen children that they're very good at drawing, they're very good at music, they're very good at language speaking, very talented. We see, we appreciate kids, and we also scold our kids, you should become like that. We encourage them, we inspire them, showing these things. But somehow my child is not able to pick up that way or be that way. What is the difference? What is that it is making such a huge difference between that child and my child? Why my child is not able to do that? That is the purva karma. So, for example, the child is drawing a peacock. Oh, wow! At such a young age, the child is able to draw a peacock. But at the same time, my child is drawing a peacock, and I say, like, oh, wow! Is it a peacock or is it a crow? So that's how we see. Yeah. So it's all about the talent. It's the talent, art, anything we have. It's all the wealth, intelligence, or health, anything it may be. um, the name, fame, power, everything. It's all we are performing here, and we are getting this in this life is because of our past actions, daiva. So it is very important. Even for example, cricketers. We are a cricket nation. We all are crazy about cricket. Yeah. So richest cricket board we have in the world. So many people are trying to get into cricket. Why? Because name, fame, money is there, talent is there, you showcase your talent. But there's so many batsmen. A batsman is just, you throw any ball, he'll be hitting 6 4 so many runs, right? But at the same time, another person like me, if I pick up a bat, I cannot even swing properly. So pathetic. But at the same time, I'll sit in front of the TV and they're playing, I'll suggest, no, no, he should have hit like this, he should, the cover drive should be like this. But when the bat is given, I cannot do like that way, clean bowled. That is my situation. Why is that? Because everybody has the purva karma. So uh, so again, I'll keep giving examples so that we, this again and again sinks in. Because the problem is we forget, after the class we forget, and normal, this is how we are living. Okay. But when we face certain things in our life, we have to remember these things, why things are happening. So example of a pregnancy also is very beautifully given. Like for Srila Prabhupada talks about this. So he mentions about this pregnancy part. So there's union of male and female. Just because of union, it doesn't happen. There needs to be a conception. So only after conception does the baby come out? No, there is gestation. So the gestation period is there, then it's a delivery. That's the result of the marriage, the successful marriage, you can say, right? Everybody, our elders, our parents, everybody's like, oh, you get married, you don't have child, you're not successful. That's how the previous ages were. Yeah, previous generations were telling us. But nowadays the generation is different. So here the example of pregnancy is given, and just to understand the concept of karma. Also example of farming, very basic, we can understand that. So a farmer is plowing the land. He has a land, he's plowing, he's sowing the seeds, he's putting the seeds, and what has happened, he waits for the time. The time is he's waiting for the season. He waits for the rain to come. Then he's looking at that. But there is the harvest season, but there are certain things, there are pests, there might be cyclones also. Now this is not in his control, this is daiva. So this we have to understand. So what is this I'm talking about? I'm talking about actions, I'm talking about time, I'm talking about daiva. So the purva karma. So there is some higher hand. So the acceptance of this daiva is very much required in everybody's life. So this is something which people miss out. Whatever happens in our life, be it good or bad, there is some cause that in the past which has taken place, because of that is happening. I'll come to the part of devotional life just around the corner. So this particular daiva, acceptance of daiva is very much required. Um, and a person who is performing the actions, be it thoughts, words, or the real action itself, we need to understand there is a higher hand, there's a higher intelligence. Krishna has his own plan for everybody, and we need to be part of it. So that is what is required. And in this process, we are just after seeking the results, but we are forgetting that I should be diligent to what is required. So here the another important point we have to know, the diligence. So that is what is Krishna telling Arjuna. You do your duty. Oh, Arjuna, you do your duty. Because after these shlokas, if you see in the fifth chapter, first shloka, after this shloka, there's one more shloka, and fifth chapter, first shloka, Arjuna is confused. He's asking question. Oh, Krishna, you're telling me to perform the duty at the same time, renounce everything. So it is confusing. So he's clarifying there. So we are also in such a situation that we don't know what to do, what not to do, but at the same time, is it devotional or not devotional? We are confused. So, what Krishna is trying to say, that you need to understand this but basic concept of karma. He's not talking to Arjuna. Oh, Arjuna, why you're here? Why you're fighting? Okay, then who was Bhishma in previous life? Who is Duryodhana? What all they did? Why you have to kill them? He's not talking all those things. Krishna is revealing in Bhagavad Gita that I am the master planner. I've made this plan. Just, I've made this master plan, and this is Daiva. You have to accept it. You're just an instrument. So that is what he's trying to say in this Bhagavad Gita. So we understood these things. Karma is there. Okay, just okay. So diligence we understood. Then time also we understood, and we need to always understand that karma is not just the action is not the sole cause. uh, just a second, so karma is not the sole cause, but it is one of the factor. So we think that, oh yeah, yeah, for everything, everything we cannot say that, oh, it is destiny, it is karma. No, no, no. There's different factors. So action is one of the factor for whatever results we are seeing. Okay, so we need to understand that when we perform an action, so there needs to be the time, and also there needs to be the diligence and acceptance of the higher hand as well. So the fact these three are very important. So with respect to the time, patience is required. So kala, there needs to be patience, and with respect to the daiva, acceptance is required, and with respect to the karma or the actions, diligence is required. These three things are very important. So I'll repeat again. So with relation to the kala, there needs to be the patience. With relation to the daiva, the acceptance of the daiva is required, and with relation to the karma or the actions, the diligence is required. So these three factors lead to the result. Now we are not after the result here. Krishna in this shloka is not talking about the result. He's saying how one has to surrender. So how is that? That requires in the process of bhakti the mood we carry. It's a vow. So any actions or any words I speak or any thoughts I have, so I should remember that, is this connected to Krishna or not? Is this connected to bhakti or not? That is very important. Or else we are leading somewhere else. Our destiny is going to be somewhere else. As simple as that. We can go on discussing, we can go on arguing whole life, but after that we don't know where we are going. But unless somebody surrenders, so that is the whole point in this shloka, that one has to surrender everything to Krishna. So that is the whole thing he's telling here, to just give away the fruits of one's actions, and they should not have any doubts in this transcendental knowledge. If any speck of doubt is there in what Krishna has taught us, then it is leading somewhere else, and we are bound to the actions what we are doing. So that is what he is trying to say. We are always bound. Anyways, we are bound now, but we want to get, you know, I mean, we want to dis you know, disrobe this. I just want to remove this knot which is there. That is what this word is used. Nibandhanti. He's using this word. No, you have to remove this. So this is very important. So when Vyasadev and Yudhishthir Maharaj met, so Yudhishthir Maharaj asked, "Oh, Vyasamuni, that you're such a enlightened person. So now this Indraprastha is given, so I can build a uh, kingdom, because anyways Hastinapur is taken care by Duryodhana, so I should be able to develop this kingdom, and our people should be peaceful." But Vyasamuni says, no, no, there will be a doom, there are dark days ahead, and one will suffer, everybody will suffer. Then Yudhishthir Maharaj becomes pensive. So yeah, Vyasamuni says, after this, you will actually, after the war, then there will be a generation where everybody will be peaceful. So that we have seen in Mahabharata, that after the war, Parikshit Maharaj, all the Pandavas, everybody is gone. Then Parikshit Maharaj leads the kingdom until Kali Yuga starts. So we all have read and heard about Mahabharata. So this is something which we have to understand. So Vyasa is able to see the future. He knows the past, he knows the present, and he knows the future. But we don't know anything about the past, or we don't know anything about the future, but always confused about the present. That is our life. We don't know what to do. So 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 we need to accept these things in our life, and very important that, so why war happens, because when we are talking about Mahabharata, and also in relation to that, may similar to what wars are happening now. We cannot compare with them because Mahabharat was the greatest war, of course, and it was for the um, establishment of dharma. um, why it comes? Because there are two different parties, two different people, so there is difference of opinion, and because of the difference of opinion, the conflicts are there, and there's quarrel or war. Similarly, any situation in our life, there's a, even in house also, or office or society, we have difference of opinion, and there's conflict. So there are two things. You have you have your choices, you have your differences. So so when we have this differences of opinion, we just part our ways, and if we accept something, we are together. So that is what is happening in our life. So but for a devotee, it's always that we try to differentiate between material and spiritual, because we want to understand the the world properly, basically. So so it is very important that for 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 Krishna it is all same, but for us we have to differentiate there, so that we have to get out of it, at least understand what is the things here. So so this is what it is said. Okay, so these are the certain examples which I was trying to mention. So here and there, which able to pick up. So understand the basic concept of karma, and also just to summarize that it's not only that our only the karma means our actions and then there's a result. No, any situation, we need to understand that Krishna is there, and he has a master plan in our life. So he's there always, and I always take a vow, or I always keep in the mind that okay, I have to do something, and whatever I'm doing it for Krishna, but at the same time it is in line or in teachings with what our previous acharyas have told, what I have been learning. So that is running in back of my hand. So my in back of my mind, okay, I'm doing something wrong, so there's something which is hitting me. Am I following or not? Because anybody can cheat us, or I can cheat myself, or I can cheat others also. That is how my mind will work. But there's someone who have to govern us. That is the teachings. So that is our teachings we have, the great teachings we have come to. So that is what is actually saving us. So that's why Srila Prabhupada's instruction is very much required. So we read his books every day. So we don't get into, I don't want to take a birth again. That is the whole point. I don't want to suffer again. Why should I suffer? Why do I have to go through this again? I've seen so much in my life. Okay, so when I come to this understanding, so why should I take another chance? So this is what our importance is, our choices will be. Yeah. So to summarize, we understood the basic meaning of karma. It's not only actions and reactions, but also we understood that um, yeah, so we understood that how acceptance is required. Then there's I mentioned about the kala, the time is there, and the diligence is required when we perform the action. And there's daiva also, the purva karma, so we have to accept that. And we need to have patience, so so that we discussed. And anything we do or anything we perform, there needs to be service attitude that is there in us, but we are not recognizing it. And service attitude to whom? So our service attitude is to Krishna. Whatever we are performing, it is for the pleasure of Krishna. That is what is required. And we always go to Krishna, just like just now I went to Mangalarti and came. So um, so pray that you have a plan, so in my life, that how I should serve you, what is required. And because he's the supreme father. father in the house, we know what is good for our children. So I know what is good for my child, so I can take care of my child. So similarly, he's the supreme father, so he can take care of us very nicely. So he knows what is best for us. So it's just that we need to surrender, just like a child surrenders unto the father. So the father accepts, he's lovingly, he's taking care. Similarly, so our supreme father Krishna is there, and he's standing there, holding the flute. Mother is there, so they know what is good for us, so they can guide us. So we need to always go and ask them. So I'm here to serve you, I'm here only for you, please guide me, I always want to be in your association. So this is how our mood should be. And when whatever, the actions we perform, and we be in this way, and without any doubt that yes, whatever the situation, be it good or bad, we go through in our life, ups and downs, he's there for us, he's holding our hand, and he's guiding us. That understanding actually saves us from the greatest danger. What is the greatest danger? The greatest danger is we forget Krishna. So we forget Krishna actually. Every time we forget Krishna, we actually don't remember him, and always pray to him that uh, you know somehow make me remind you. I'm forgetting you again and again. I don't know what is going through. So this is very much required. So this shloka is very important. Of course, every shloka is important, but with realization, everybody reads. It is very easy for everybody. So this is my understanding and takeaway for preparing for this class. There's a very beautiful class which I heard and read Srila Prabhupada's. Thank you very much for your time. Hare Krishna. We'll see you again in the next class.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
That's for now.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
That's for now.
Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dhanavad pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Hare